Hey, everybody. We are live.
Yay.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I feel like I got hit by a truck.
This child is scratching at my headphones and no, give it. Give it.
So, the normal.
Pretty normal for tonight.
Bronchitis sucks.
Yeah. We are teething on this end, so things may be a little upsetty spaghetti.
The two worst things in the world. Teething and bronchitis.
Yeah. I hate when my bronchitis grabs teeth.
True.
Terrible curse. Your bronchitis grows teeth. Just a lung full of teeth. Anyway, so we're picking back
teeth that chew up the air.
Oh boy. So we are starting the next arc of our campaign. We're shifting from Holy Winds to the title Shades, because we might be dealing with a little bit gloomier situation here. Because, well, in the last battle, several party members died, and one of them did not get better. So let's pick back up where we were. You've all been staying in Elvorn's old house. And you've been given a writ of travel by Canon Lorraine. You've been given something taken from the Brightgloom's basement, sacraments for their worship of the Raven Queen. And Tarl cashed in several checks for a large amount of gold. You know that Prior Gesthera is now Elder Prius Gesthera. It seems like the Woven Branch, not the Woven Branch, but the Theocracy did not waste any time in appointing new leadership to replace the old. You've been left pretty much to your own devices for a couple days. But it's not hard to tell that you are being watched. There are people that are thankful. People have dropped off food for you. Small children have thrown things at you, not out of like anger or anything. It's just like kid throws an apple, like, here you go, and runs off. Kids are weird. So you've been kind of recouping. So before we get to the start of everything, that is the wrong music for this mood. There we go. What has everyone been doing? Or actually, everybody roll me a d20.
Well, we know what Mulok's been doing.
1. Malaith is a 6. Arvax is a 13. Mularn is a 7. Gestalt. All right, Arvax, we'll start with you. What have you been doing in this brief rest you've had since the battle and really the last 2 years of going from being a random mercenary band to overthrowing part of the government?
Well, I decided to give a hand of Glorples over to Dreyfus because Hillens is where Glorples belongs, and he's too likely to wander off after some butterflies and get himself hurt if he comes along with us, despite the fact that he might be pretty useful.
Not an ethical quandary on if you can Pokeball the gelatinous cube to attack people.
Oh no, I still want to know how well that would work, but I'd like our little squishy buddy to stay safe at home. I asked Dreyfus if he can scrounge us up some sending scrolls for us to take with us. Maybe in his dad's house or somewhere else. Making sure to keep up with praying the gods away, and special prayers to make sure that the trickster god is not causing Harry any problems. And still wondering where we can find her. Other than that, just kind of chilling out, kind of wondering what's next, knowing what we gotta do, but also trying to figure out how do I still bring about the things I want to bring about.
Okay, roll me a d4. That is how many sending scrolls Dreyfus is able to get to you within those days.
It works better than nothing.
All right. Next is, based on dice rolls, would be Gestalt.
I've been sitting in the dankest, darkest part of wherever we are for the past 4 days as a cube. Reflecting. Dreaming.
Is that all Gestalt is doing?
Yes.
Okay. Next would be Mularn.
So I have been I have been I've there was a good little while that my sister and I took my brother's body into the bag house, the bag mansion. We got him found a good nice place for him, and we got him ready. And then I have been spending a lot of my time studying planar travel and kind of and trying to come to terms with everything that's happened. So he has very much been very quiet the past few days.
Okay, just kind of taking all that you were once 3, then 2, now 1, and you don't even remember the 3.
Correct.
Roll me a wisdom save as you're doing this. You hear whispers in your ears that you're able to easily ignore. Mulaith.
Oh, I have also been trying to I've been also trying to work on figuring out a shielded area of my mind where I can actually actively start working on that problem.
I will say with the 22 in wisdom, you think you found a safe corner until
Also,
yes.
where is it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? No, I had it. I now have and am attuned to my brother's ring.
Moose, would you
Just
send
the ring.
would you send the information on that ring to him?
I have it. It's the ring of mind shielding.
Okay.
I thought I had put it. I thought that the where is it was. I thought I had put it on. I thought I had put it on my character sheet, but apparently I didn't.
You think you might have made a little corner in your brain that is that spot because you went far away from him. You walked away from the wall-less study of your father's, well, the wall-less room of your father's study, where Bo seems to mostly reside, just picking through your mind, apparently, in his free time. But the next time you came back to that safe space, you found him drinking, sitting in a chair in that spot. He's not able to exude any control over you, but he's still there and seems to be able to freely move around. Mulaith, do you have any form of supernatural detection as a blood hunter?
A little bit. I believe it's... let me double check. I may be getting this mixed up with another character. 1 second. I'm pretty sure she has the ability to detect from objects. 1 second. Yes, it is. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong. Grim Psychometry. She gains a supernatural talent for determining secrets surrounding mysterious relics or places.
Okay, what I'm going to say is you're not 100% sure what's up, because I don't believe, or I don't remember your brother has informed you or not. But every time your brother seems to shake his head or like wave someone away that's not physically there, you almost see, for a split second, a dark, shadowy figure looming over him, trying to looks like almost whispering in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
But he waves and it's gone. You might sporadically, I shouldn't say sporadically. Every time your brother seems to talk to somebody that's not there with your freaking like 21 perception, you hear him like shush or shoo someone away.
Gotcha.
I would assume she would. I mean, she's been around us her entire life, so I would assume that she would. That she would actually. I mean, she would know when I. Blarg. She would know when I'm being
Weird.
annoyed by someone talking to me.
Yeah.
Because it happened because I had a twin brother that liked to do that.
I don't want to assume anything since this is y'all's character and this is y'all's personal interactions between each other. So thank you for clarifying that. So Malaith, you see this as y'all are preparing your brother's corpse. And let me ask you, would you take any precautions to make sure he does not become a vampire?
I would assume I would know how to do that.
Well, you would. I mean, the big thing is, you know, your brother got killed by a vampire ripping out his throat with her teeth.
Yeah, fair.
So you would. I'm just asking, I'm doing this because also me being the DM, I might be evil if y'all don't say anything right now. And next time y'all go into the pouch, there's a like a little mulak vampirling running around doing nonsense.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, she would probably do some research and probably have some knowledge of like what could be done in like last rites and preparation and stuff like that, and would do that for him, along with whatever the Brightgloom requirements are.
Okay. What else would you be doing in this downtime?
she also would be trying to like study more on their other brother and the way that he quote unquote disappeared or whatever it is that happened. Mostly she's kind of focused on trying to figure out ways to get her brothers back.
Okay.
So like doing research and such.
Roll me either history or arcana for Moulette.
Trying to see if I'm better at either one of those, and I am not.
It's escaping you for now. You know something's weird. The creature your brother described to you, you know you've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
But you just have no clue what it is. A creature that seems to be able to consume someone or something and make them not exist for anybody that heard it or saw it is just partly terrifying to you because it's like, I will erase you from his existence. The other part of it is also mildly exciting because hunting one of those would probably be amazing. And also amongst other blood hunters, being able to say you killed whatever that was would also be something that would get you remembered or get your family remembered forever.
Sure.
Especially if it's a creature that not many people seem to know about. But you're still just drawing a blank for what would have happened to your brother or the middle of the triplets. All right. Is there anything else you would do with that, Mulaith?
No, not specifically, no.
Tarl.
I'm going to be looking for a 300, 500, and 1,000 gold piece diamond. And probably fooling around on working on a forge.
All right. I'm going to say go ahead and subtract that money from the party. Because you're going to be able to acquire those type of gems with more members of the upper echelon, or I shouldn't say more of the well-to-do members of the theocracy moving in town. Jewelry stores did get added to Hillens in several locations. So you're able to find that. Roll me smith tools. Using your strength or wisdom modifier. $25. Okay, Tarl. 4 days is not a long time to smith. You still can remember the high from the swamp back where the forge was, where you made your breastplate and pauldrons. You're able to craft the hand portion of one gauntlet in 4 days. It's very similar to something you've seen your uncles wear. What you have made is the first of what will become a set of dwarven punch gauntlets. Which allows you, as a bonus action, to make an unarmed strike, and it will deal 1d8 plus strength modifier damage. And considering it's made out of the mithril and the soul steel that you have, it is considered magical bludgeoning.
1d8.
1d8, and you can take an action to punch as well. It's also more or less, you remember your Uncle Tarl, or your other Uncle Tarek, had a set of these that had very large ram-like rings attached to them, which gives you ideas of what else you could modify these with. And you remember him getting frustrated, he would swing his axe into something, and if it didn't get it, he would just then punch it. Which, Knox, I believe this is accurate.
It is. If at first you don't succeed, fuck that guy.
And that's magical damage, bludgeoning.
It'll be magical bludgeoning because of the materials that you have used to build with. Would you have this for your left or right hand at this point?
Probably the right, because he's swinging his hammer with his left.
All right. And at the end, as y'all are all winding down after this time, making plans for where to go, I've dropped someone else on the map. Can you see your token?
Oh god, I'm not ready yet.
I can't see shit. It's all black to me.
What?
Yeah, I thought that was the point. I thought we were doing theater of the mind.
No.
But it's okay. I am in a closet somewhere, or in a basement.
Roll 20. Get your shit together. I spent an hour getting everybody's tokens set up. Can you see now, Chris?
I can.
All right.
Hey, Moose, what color was the ring? What color was the stone in the ring?
Black.
So, I just
Does
dropped.
does that matter for anything?
I'm in Hero Forge.
Okay.
I'm updating my dude.
So, Balfor. Do you come?
Yeah. Balfor is still building this character.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Balfor.
Druids have a lot of spells that I'm having to singularly put in every single one of them.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. But Balfor, do you come
Yeah.
through the North Gate, West Gate, East Gate, or South Gate?
Where is where would a prairie be?
To the south is hills, but every other direction is just plains.
Probably the west.
Okay, so you come in through what used to be known as the Penitent Bridge. It's been a minute since you've come anywhere near civilization, Balfor. But there seems to have been a hubbubaloo that's been going on for the last year that's really putting a damper on your lifestyle. What is it that finally forces you to come down to the city of Hillens?
He's gonna come complain to the mayor that all of these people keep stomping through his grove.
So you legitimately are just going to walk right up to the Temple Mott and talk to the Elder Prioress, who seems to be the one in charge?
Or unless he gets stopped by somebody, that's his plan. He's just gonna look around for whoever. I don't know. He probably thinks there's a mayor.
Okay. How old is Balfor?
Old. Hold on. Let me finish the spell, and then I'll tell you. The answer is old.
He's an old dwarf, correct?
Yes, very, very old. He is 224 years old.
That is not actually very old for a dwarf.
Well, based on it said dwarves live to 300 years. So
I always thought it was 500. My bad. So we will go with that. You come through and you see very quickly that there is blood that's being cleaned up off the street. There seems to be what looks like several half-elves and something you haven't seen in a very long time here. High elves in stockades. It seems like something happened here just recently. But no one seems to stop you. This older kind of... How does he dress?
Probably just in a robe with his hood up, like a deep green robe. It kind of looks like a hobo.
No one seems to really stop you as you go by. And the temple mott, as you get up to this building...
He's probably also very dirty.
Is there a smell?
No. Like patchouli, maybe.
I was going to mean like earthy, grassy.
Yeah, like whatever his version of patchouli would be. But it's like a pleasant smell.
And as you get to the biggest building in town, the one that's up on this hill that you assume is where the person in charge lives, because it's been over a century or two since you've been here. The doors are open. It seems like people are removing statues in here. And at the end of a long hall, there's a line of people that seem to be going up to a hooded figure. What do you do?
This hooded figure looks to be in charge.
Seems so. There are two armed guards and a tiefling with cracked horns wearing a suit of plate mail near her.
He'll get in line.
Okay. Man, somebody next door is blaring music. After about 30, 40 minutes, you make it up to this very thin female elf that is wearing this robe, who seems to have scars that are healing over one side of her face and down one arm.
I'm gonna wait for her to address me.
Yes.
Hey man, are you the mayor here?
We currently do not have a Richter. I am serving in both that perfunctory position as well as the head of the church. I am the
So,
elder prioress.
Okay. A lot of your people keep like stomping through my house, man, and I'm not down with that. And I just want to let you know, if it continues to happen, they're not gonna come back.
You're coming with a noise and property violation.
Yeah, man, they keep stomping on my grass. They're like scaring my animals. I don't like it. And I've lived out there for a very long time by myself. And these people are just going out there and they're making noise. They're trespassing. You know, I even have a sign out there that says keep it. Well, it says stay the fuck off is what it says.
They stay out of my swamp.
She looks at... So, the writ of land, or the Woven Branch, destroyed your farmstead?
Yeah, man, and I'm just letting you know, if I see it again, those people, they're not gonna come back to you. They're gonna...
What is the acreage of where you live?
Oh God, man, I don't like this. Y'all trying to find out too much about me. Let's say it's roughly 400 acres.
That's a very large estate that I've never heard of.
It's because it's mine, and I don't like you people coming by me. Okay?
She looks at you with a smile, but the smile is kind of normal on the other side. The other side, you can kind of see through ruined, rough edges of flesh her teeth. Sir Dwarf, you do not have to worry. The Holy One has been called off. Troops will not move through your land. And she looks
Would he know what a holy wind is, by the way?
Roll me a history check.
No, probably not. 15.
You know what a holy wind is. You know you're dealing with the theocracy. You were born in this area when the theocracy had just gotten here.
Oh shit, y'all had a holy wind going on?
Yes. A heretic called one under a false guise, and I am sorry for the inconvenience. And she looks over at one of the other guards, who then hands you a small leather pouch. It is not much, but is what we have to spare as recompense for the destruction to your property.
I'll open it up in front of her and look at what it is.
It's about 250 gold.
Okay. How much gold did I have to start with?
Oh, crap, Moose. We did not.
I don't have any gear or anything. Yeah.
He's just naked in town right now.
He didn't walk in a robe. He just walked. Here's just a very angry, naked, patchouli-smelling naked dwarf. He's braided his beard down to make a privacy cloth.
Wow.
I'll send you a message on Discord about that.
Okay.
But you've been handed 250 gold. She then...
Oh.
Would you...
Do you have any seed shops around here?
Yes.
Could you point?
If you go to the market or the Mackey Way, you will find more than one shop that does sell seeds.
Okay. Well, that'll do. And I go to fist bump her.
She happily fist bumps you back and says, "May the blessing of the evergreen tree always be upon you."
I don't need none of that. Okay. And he just meanders away.
Yeah, whatever, thanks.
And may God be with you. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
Actually, it's pronounced "God be with you," but whatever. I don't expect you to understand.
Fucking plebeians.
Fucking hipster.
The way you said it is Gabi made me think Dobby. Dobby is a free god. All right, Balfor, you come back out. 250 gold. I will send you something here in a minute. Rest of the party. You have a halfling knocking on the door of the house you've been staying in.
I'm still holed up.
You mean you're still cubing it?
I'm still cubing it up.
Twins. I mean, Brightgloom.
Tarl is coming back from the forge, and he slips up behind him.
Roll me a stealth check. How the hell have you rolled consistently above a 10 on stealth in plate mail? It is impressive. He does not notice you, Tarl.
Can I help you?
The halfling slowly turns around and looks up at you. Well, maybe. Are you part of the Fahal guys that helped to overthrow the vicar?
He stamps the handle of his hammer onto the floor. I am.
Then I have a letter for you.
Who's it from?
The Elder Priders.
pass it on and be on your way.
He hands you the letter.
I brush him to the side and I go through the door.
Tarl does not tip the delivery boy.
And I hand the letter to Arvax.
Hell is
Some dude out in the front said it was from the elder prioress.
this? Okay. I'll open up the letter.
My tip was not killing him.
What's a
What's-
tip?
What's your alignment, Tarl?
What's a tip? Whatever. And I open the letter.
I don't have an alignment listed, but it's probably neutral.
This tracks. I am fully in support of this. All right.
This is the second time Hewitt's had to ask someone, what's your alignment?
The
This
letter,
time it just wasn't a group effort.
the letter is a request for y'all to meet before y'all leave town because she knows you will be doing it soon.
Alright. I'll let everybody else know that she wants to meet with us before we leave town.
Mularn,
Mhm.
responses.
Oh.
Hey, the Elder Priors wants us to go see her before we leave.
Oh. Okay.
You'll have to find me.
Are you being
where it
creepy
is.
in the corner again?
Oh, that set that out of character.
Yeah.
You'll have to
Well, I'll
find
have
me,
to-
though.
Alright, so Tarl's here, you're here, I'm here. Gestalt's probably in a closet somewhere, glorping.
Where's Mulay?
I think she's in her room.
Claire said BRB.
I think she's in her room. I will.
Greg's setting something on fire in the backyard, it looks like.
Alright, you want to
Greg,
go
Greg,
handle that?
Greg, no!
You want to go? You want to
Greg-
go handle that? I'll go.
Greg turns and looks directly at you. Fire ants need a taste of their own medicine.
No, you're setting the grass on fire, damn it!
This was his petunia patch. It's fine.
Yeah, well, it's Dreyfus's house now, so stop trying to set it on fire, and I start stomping out the flame.
As you do that, he just reaches over and sets what looks like a little tabard, like a wall tapestry that's hanging outside on the wall on fire.
Greg!
Disrespect your surroundings, and just runs.
Okay, I try and grab him by the back of his neck.
Roll me a unarmed strike.
Was that
Should just be strength.
just a strength roll?
Yeah. Are you proficient in that? No.
No. Ha!
You snatch him by the scruff of his little neck.
Alright, you little wiggler.
I thought you were going to say something else.
What?
Anyway,
Quit
Right.
setting Dreyfus's house on fire, and I'm bad at the bottom of the thing so it stops catching fire.
He then slowly pulls up a canvas that is of Elvorn's face. But this.
In the dirt at the back of the yard, not near the house. And I set him down.
He is sprinting. Mulay, as you come walking by, Greg is running with a portrait of Elvorn to set on fire.
For some reason, all I can picture, and this is just because I see the roll when I came back, I have no idea if this was what it was. But that video of the kid at the pool party that is running, and the mom goes, "What do you have?" And he goes, "A knife!"
No! No.
I'm just picturing
that was a bad
Arvax going.
situation.
I'm picturing Arvax going to Greg. What do you have? A picture? No.
He was setting shit on fire. Too close to the house.
He is very happy about it and very proud about it.
He can set that one on fire in the dirt at the back of the yard.
As long as it's in the back of the yard, that's fine.
And make sure there's nothing else smoldering by the house.
There's a couple other random little piles.
God damn it.
Just a few piles here and there.
One of them is...
This better not be flaming shit, Greg.
No. One of the ones, as you stop it out, you can see it is all of the love letters that Elvorn had written for Umara and had kept hidden and personal. Greg has been rifling through
Ew.
everything.
I should have let those burn longer.
So, Arvax, you have the information to share with other party members that were not present.
The prioress wants us to come see her before we leave town. She didn't say when, just before we leave.
Gestalt,
I will
Gestalt, real quick.
start.
Do you still have access? Do you have access to find familiar?
I should, yeah. I thought
Okay.
that's what we discussed.
Okay, just making sure. I was about to do something really sad if you said no.
Oh no.
Mularn, you feel a tug at the bottom of your robe.
I will look down.
It is Aspic.
Where is he?
Just starts toddling around as this little red jelly monkey with a top hat.
I will follow.
Down in the basement, past the wine cellar, past the beer barrels, there seems to be a little storage closet that Aspic just points at.
I'm gonna open it.
Gestalt,
There you.
what
or
do you
go
see,
ahead.
Gestalt? I was going to say, Gestalt, what does he see?
So you see the little gelatin form kind of vibrating. And every now and then you see like bioluminescent in it. And eventually you see the form of Gestalt as a humanoid take shape. And completely different clothes. And he turns around and looks at you. Oh, hello, Mularn.
Okay, that's new. So I decided to change your look up.
I've seen it. He's given it to me.
Huh?
In my dreams. The Great Oblex.
Okay, is that like Jelly Man God or something?
What's a god? Wait, I know what that is. Yes. Exactly.
I would imagine that would be kind of more of a primal thing, like a god of, like kind of like a god of primal hunger kind of thing.
No, it's like a giant jelly.
That tracks.
Oscillates, and you see faces in it, and they all scream and cry and laugh and other things. But it spoke to me.
So, okay, what?
And it gave me this, and I pull out a sword. And
Huh.
it's like an iridescent sword.
That's pretty cool. Can I? And do you mind if I take a look at it?
Yeah, go ahead. Here.
Tell him what he sees.
An iridescent sword. It aside from being a +2 weapon, it also allows me to use I can add the +2 to my psychic blades. essentially allowing them to scale accuracy.
Ace. This is very nice.
I got new things I can do. Koladets is dead forever.
Oh,
Aspect looks extremely sad.
yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
What are we doing?
The prioress wants to see us before we head out.
Oh boy. We better get on that.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea probably a good idea that you don't eat. No, like this change. Like, all right. So let me get this straight. So you effectively meditate for a week, and you can kind of fundamentally change. And you kind of fundamentally change because the jelly god guy screamed at you.
I think so. He sung to me, and yelled at me, and
Huh.
wrote poetry, and also talked about beer brewing. A
mean,
lot
that-
about beer brewing.
Yeah, I mean, what
What do you know about American pale ales? What is an America?
We will move back upstairs if that question is asked.
Well, I mean, I can't. I mean, well, who am I to judge? I was told by the god of the elves, who's currently latched to a tree by a chain made out of other gods. I need to stop the god that my people turned away from, and to follow the goddess of death. So it's kind of who am I to judge?
Before I forget, I no longer need these. And I pull out a pouch from my abdomen, and I hand them to you. It's 3 mana potions.
Oh.
Hmm.
So there's no more magic.
Oh, there's gonna be magic. It's different kind of magic, I think.
Awesome.
Anyway, we should get going.
Yeah.
And I follow him upstairs.
All right, Arvax, Mulaith, and Tarl, while this is all going on, what are you doing?
I am looking out the back window, making sure that Greg is not setting the house on fire, waiting for them to come upstairs.
Greg is just burning that one portrait and then produces several other smaller trinkets and just throws them on top of the fire.
Well, he's happy.
There's a small explosion and Greg comes running back.
What did you do?
Threw a glass bottle in the fire.
And you have no idea what was in it, do you?
No.
Stop setting things on fire when you don't know what they're going to do when they blow up. You might blow yourself up.
Okay.
Now, if you know what they're going to do, that's one thing.
He's just staring at you kind of dully.
Don't blow us up, Greg.
No promises.
At least he's honest.
We need to go to the mott. Do not blow up the house while we're gone.
Okay.
Don't set it on fire. And don't acid splash everything. And don't poop in that corner again. There's places to do that.
But it was his bedroom.
Yeah, but it stinks.
Well, who's been feeding me nothing but jalapenos and hot sauce?
You've been doing that yourself. You are capable of feeding yourself.
Just kind of spits on the ground and kicks and walks off.
He's gonna blow us up one of these days.
So, is the party heading towards the mod, or is there anything else you want to do at the house?
Ready to head out?
All right, y'all should be able to move your tokens. Okay. So, Balfor, as you're exiting the temple, you see something odd. It's a jelly man.
A jelly man?
It is a tall, red, gelatinous, bipedal creature walking along with several individuals, 3 elves and a dwarf. Roll me a history check real quick. You remember
17.
the jelly man strikes something in your head. Is you remember being extremely mad about fear. Thanks, Chris. You have a flashback to you're chilling down just south of the area that you usually claim as your own, as your like wandering field that you were in. There is an inn you occasionally like to go to for beer called the Waystone. Every so often you go in there, they had always the finest drinks. You remember it blowing up and then seeing these individuals somewhere else on your quote-unquote property or your demis. Because it's always hard to forget a jelly man.
I'll follow him, but from a little bit of a distance currently.
Okay, so they seem to be heading inside the temple mine that you've just exited.
Then I will yell, "Excuse me, jelly man!"
Yes. Are you here to talk about the Great Oplex?
We're proselytizing Gestalt that nobody except you and maybe Glorples.
Did you also hear his screams?
I'd lean over. What the fuck is he talking about, Millar?
He found God?
Oh,
Like-
shit.
Did he find God or did he find Glob?
Like, jelly God.
Oh, damn
So-
it.
Apparently, he meditated, and the Ublex, the jelly god, the god of the jellies, came to him in a vision, and then screamed at him, which is a big blob that has just a bunch of faces that come and go, and like I'm assuming it's every person that any of the gelatinous cube family has ever eaten, and like one of the faces screamed at him, one of the faces sung to him, one of them wrote poetry, and now he's got a sword. And
It's like a
Aspects
reliquary of souls.
and so now
Since-
and also Aspect's gonna be alone from now on.
But yes.
No, I was coming. I believe you blew up my favorite bar, and I was wondering.
Oh no, that was me.
That was
Yeah, that was
him.
me. Yeah,
He was
sorry
both
about
of them, actually.
Okay,
that. Yeah,
well,
he was with me.
Yeah, I was there.
Apparently the Holy Wind decided that they were going to stockpile, because they didn't like that the town wasn't falling in line, so they packed the bar full of explosives, and then set a booby trap, and then apparently decided to kill everyone in the town. So the booby trap was kind of useless, but we then accidentally set it off, and me and Gestalt, the jelly man here, kind of got blown up.
The more important thing is, did you keep their recipes?
There wasn't anything left, but
Yeah, no. But I mean, Tarl can probably make, or either has or can make in better shit than they had.
I doubt that. Who's Tarl?
Especially if you ask him. The dwarf right there.
Oh, he probably makes mead like a regular ass dwarf. Jesus Christ! You
oh boy.
Oh, that's some of the liquor that we found out he's come across. That there's some weird shit, man.
He's also like part of some dwarf royalty or something, so I think he knows what he's doing.
Oh my
I
god!
offer him the bottle of snake oil.
I offer him. I am also a brewer, and I offer him a bottle of gin that I made.
Oh my god, did y'all just become best friends?
Why does it look like water?
It's made from.
Why does it
plants.
taste like water?
Try it.
I did. It tastes like water.
It does not. I guarantee you that.
There's a very floral note.
It's like 99% alcohol as well.
Give me a con
calls it-
save.
He calls it gin. It's effectively Everclear.
Yeah, I was about
Tarl,
to
get
say,
drunk later. We need to go see the prioress.
You're feeling it, Tarl, just a little bit. You're hitting a buzz taking a swig from that gin bottle.
I don't show it physically.
You are wearing a helmet. By the way, Balfor, give me a history check again. With advantage, because this is dwarf stuff.
By the way, he left the door. Like, he does not give a flying crap about the dwarven families and tigers or anything.
I know, I'm just saying.
Okay.
With the 20, because I said with advantage, looking at him, he is a noble. Everything on that armor screams noble. The way he holds himself is a little bit weird for a noble, but doesn't fall too far from it. Because dwarven nobility still works with their hands. But Tarl doesn't look like any dwarf you've ever seen. Because what is it? Cannon, remind me. Tarl's pretty tall for a dwarf. He's almost 5 foot, isn't he? Cannon?
Tarl is 4'6".
Oh, okay. So he's
He's a little bit taller than me. I'm 4'3".
Yeah, so he's a little bit taller, but there's also something about him that doesn't resemble most of the dwarves you met.
Oh, you're one of them young rich boy dwarves, huh?
Did he try the snake juice?
I did. He's not a big fan of it.
Roll me a con save.
Hell,
You match it, so you're buzzed a little bit, but not drunk. And a couple more times, and you will have, what is it, poison immunity for dwarves? Because you already have poison resistance.
yeah, I believe so.
That's not my type of.
It's a very much a party liquor.
It's regain resistance to poison damage.
Okay, so that really wouldn't help him too much with that because you already got that as dwarves.
So, what are you, a noble boy?
You could say that.
Young, very young. What about you? You look like a baby elf. What are you doing around here?
Who the fuck are you?
So y'all blew up My name is Balfor. Anyway, y'all blew up my favorite bar where I would get all of my supplies from to brew. Then you stomped through my home along with all these other people, and I just went go tell the mayor. She paid me 250 gold, just to let you know. I told her if somebody else, next person stomps through my home, they're not making it back home.
You didn't stomp through anybody's house.
I didn't
Not the one
say
already
my
gone.
house. You didn't see the sign that said "Stay out my swamp"?
No.
You have one sign for 400 acres, Moose. In the dead center of 400 acres, there's just a sign that says "Stay out my swamp."
It's not a swamp though. It says
Wait,
"Stay out
It's
my
directly
stay out
outside.
my field."
It is
Where's
directly
your
outside
home?
of his hovel. Like it is on it is on the door to his hut.
You've
been trespassing for 25 minutes to get to the sign to inform you you're trespassing.
Where's your home?
He just points to the west.
That is so unspecific.
No, it's shockingly accurate.
Guys. And I'm saying all of this in deep speech. I think we can work this out.
You just
We don't have to make this an issue.
Gestalt.
You just
Gestalt. Commonplace.
I'm speaking common. What do
No,
you mean?
no, you're not. I
Huh?
think that's what you were trying to say. You're not.
Right. So
Uh,
here's your homework, buddy. I know you've gone through some changes, and that's great. Here's your homework.
I gotta
I need
learn
you
about the birds and the bees. I say that in deep speech.
I'll just have Hiram come have a word with him.
we need you to focus on staying in one language and not that one. Just the one that I'm speaking right now. We need, regardless on who you're looking at, because I'm gonna look at Arvax because he's switching into whatever language that person would know. I think that's what's going on.
You're right. I need to focus, and I'm saying that in primordial.
Just no, actually, no.
Okay.
Primordial would be the sound of like wind and rock.
Okay. I feel like you're almost there. Try again.
Okay, let's do a language lesson later. Sorry that the place got blown up, but we have to meet somebody.
Who are you gonna meet?
Someone in the building.
Madam.
Lady of this place.
Oh, you're gonna meet her. Okay, well, I'm coming with you.
Hey, didn't you just say she gave you like?
I have more things I need to talk to her about.
Now that you know who blew up your bar.
Yes.
It's not his bar.
I just love how he's the greatest grumpy old man already.
Whatever.
By the way, what is your name? You. And he points to Malak.
Well, it's kind of hard to point to Mulak because he's dead.
I mean, Millard.
He
He
points
points
to
towards
the ground.
We're just dragging him.
He's Fall Guy 5.
My name is Ulysses Peter Freely.
U.P. Freely. All right,
I thought your
UP.
name was Mulan.
What's
All right.
Jellyman's name?
Wait, what language do you say that in, Gestalt?
I said that in common, but I turned to him, and in deep speech, I'm like, my name's Gestalt.
You know, I'm gonna look at Arvax and go, this is going to be something new that we're gonna have to fight with for a while, probably.
Yeah.
And what about you, young dwarf?
I'm Tarl.
Tarl. What's your family's name?
Frostborn.
Frostborn. Have I heard of the Frostborns?
Okay, with a 20, I will say that you have not heard of the Frostborns, but you've heard of the Froststocks, which you know has many, many, many cadet branches.
Is that part of the frost stocks?
No.
I only know the frost stocks.
As y'all are talking, Balfor, you notice the tiefling with the cracked horns comes out wearing the enameled armor of the woven branch, but unlike the golden tree that's on most of their armor, it is a vibrant green. And the rest of y'all, Dreyfus, the elder prioress wants to see y'all.
Yes, please, take
she's-
us, get us away from this old man.
I'm coming too.
Did you make a new friend?
No.
Yes.
I don't know what... he's mad that the tavern got blown up. I don't fucking know.
Well, that's the woven branch's fault because they stored gunpowder there.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Anyway, or she's waiting.
Yes, she is. Can we all go, please?
Yes, we can.
And
I'm gonna walk in.
y'all are led by Dreyfus to the chamber that over a year ago y'all found out that the previous elder prioress was a blue dragon holding up because she was not a very smart blue dragon. Or they were not a very smart blue dragon. And it's kind of weird to be back in this room. But y'all see, from behind, you see the long bluish green hair of Gesthera. But her body seems diminished. She seems to be almost frail in build. And as she turns, you can see that the left side of her face is a massive burn wound that runs down its entirety down her neck, and you can see to her left hand.
Damn.
The burns continue.
Iris?
Everyone.
Looks like you didn't get. It looks like you didn't get out of this unscathed either.
No. Elvorn captured me freeing the penitents. He decided that my punishment was to be repeatedly publicly burned and regenerated.
Yeesh.
The ones that we freed, or the ones, or did you continue after we left?
I continued. I disagree with the penitent process.
Understandable.
She motions for y'all to sit, and she very quickly moves to a chair and sits down. There are a couple Maripels that are helping her.
Is there anything that we can do for you to help this?
Unless you know how to more quickly regenerate me, no. She turns and looks at you, Balfor. Master Dwarf?
He followed us in.
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
No.
Nah, we blew up his something of his.
It's-
It was
it-
boom.
Apparently the bar that we blew up before we came here was his favorite spot as well.
Which wasn't really our fault, because the Woven Branch put a bunch of stuff that blew up in it.
Did you own the property, Master Dwarf?
You're muted.
I'm sorry. First asked her, did you say you needed to be regenerated? But no, that was Carl's place. And I haven't seen Carl in a while, so I was just wondering.
It's been run by Mr. Coat.
Yeah,
For the-
Carl.
For
Who's
the
Carl?
last 20 years.
I call him Carl.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Carl Vanderson?
Yeah, Carl V. I always called him Carl.
He died 80 years ago.
Oh shit! Has it been that long since I've been there?
And you're still holding the grudge?
Wow. It has, hasn't it? Huh.
You know, time flies
Oh, sorry.
when you're having fun. Or
Did
when
you
you're
say-
intoxicated.
Did you say you needed to be regenerated?
Yes. I have.
Okay.
It is currently going on, but it is a slow process at the present moment.
Would you give me 1 minute and let me touch you?
I'll consent.
I'll cast Regenerate on her.
Okay. So y'all watch as Balfor comes up to Elder Prior's just there, and you watch her limb and her face almost heal back to normal.
Wow.
But what you see is that the burns on her was scar upon scar upon scar. She looks at you, Balfor. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
That was pretty cool.
I am pretty cool.
Is there like a little tucks his thumbs into his jacket and looks proud moment?
You're also pretty old.
Yeah, that's also true.
Well, Master Dwarf, I must speak with them of something of the most importance, unless you are with them, or they do not care for the information to be shared with others.
Yeah, he can stay.
We met him 5 minutes ago.
He can stay. You want to stay, don't you, Mr. Dwarf?
I do.
Balfor, is it?
Balfor, yeah.
I hate all of you.
I mean, look at him.
Brightglooms, how do y'all feel about this?
Looks like he's young and yearning for adventure.
He's old as fuck.
Hey.
Yearning for adventure.
Apathetic at best.
I'm with my brother.
Hey, I'm part of
This is how we get Greg's.
I'm part of a group now.
Hey, Ed. We could always
Alright,
help to avenge your
if he-
brother.
If you are curious, the look on the look on his face in Discord of the updated model that I just did, that is legitimately the look on his face.
Just all the time, just...
Pretty much, yeah. He wasn't exactly a super mirthy guy to begin with, and but he's been through some shit.
We could always use help getting your brother back. That is... Unless you're scared to go anywhere, Mr. Balfor.
By the way, Kyle, you can't see that ring. It goes invisible once you attune to it.
I'm aware, but I wanted to have it on the model so that it shows that it's on the model.
Nice.
Alright, the old man is staying, I guess. What do you need from us, Priorus?
We got an old man now.
I know that you're leaving soon.
Yeah.
I asked the canon to make sure to get you the documents. I would offer you a reward, but someone has already cast in some checks from Elvorn that have cleared out a significant portion of our coffers. The remainder I must keep to revitalize the town and bring back the diocese.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We didn't realize you were going to be next in line.
I didn't either. There were supposed to be two before me.
Tarl just kind of looks around side to side.
You were probably a better pick.
Well, they're both dead.
That was going to be my next comment, but my point stands.
So,
What do you need from us?
yeah.
I need you to act quickly, because I'm about to commit heresy.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Dreyfus, who's back by the door, the acting vicar for the Woven Branch now. Dreyfus, I'm a canon. The acting vicar for now.
Acting vicar, she kind of looks over her shoulder at him, kind of like, you like sex.
Has informed me of what happened on Oblette.
Oh, yeah, we probably should have come to you with that sooner.
I am old
So-
enough to remember when things were slightly different.
You mean before they were before everybody's plastered on the front of this building was used to tie the main one to a giant tree?
Oh gods, no! I'm not that old.
Dang, don't
Okay.
insult her.
Hey,
If I understand,
the last woman we talked to in this position was a fucking dragon.
Good point.
it has been a very wild couple of centuries in this diocese. No, I'm only 700. This has happened since before the religion, but I remember it wasn't as active. People weren't doing these things. Something's moving, something's changing. I need you to act in haste because and she points to Dreyfus's armor, am bringing back the green tree. The evergreen, the eternal. The true symbol of our religion.
They're gonna get you in shit with the people who were actually in league or who are none the wiser and are just going with the flow.
I will become the third elder prior of this diocese to commit heresy.
So it's heresy to bring up to do this.
Yes. Which means I am waiting long enough for the writ of land to leave. I am removing statues from the temple as we speak now, claiming that they were damaged in the battle, which seems to be working, but I need someone to act, or else I will not be able to start trying to spread the true version of our religion.
What do you need us to do?
Act quickly so that someone up top does not send all 20 divisions of the writ of land this way.
So, get lost out the religion quickly. Got it.
Yes.
Any idea how we can start trying to figure that out?
Well, how old is your father again, Brightgloom?
I can't remember. I think he's around your age.
So then your grandfather would have been the first Brightgloom to come from the Shadowfell
Yes.
and convert.
Yes.
Convert. Air quote.
Well,
She says it with very much implied quotations. You might want to start there. Because your family kept secrets, did they not?
we did.
So get your dad out, get out well.
I think I got an idea on that, and I'm going to turn to my sister, and so we go get him. I have been looking. I've been doing some studying. If we can get to him, we don't have to worry about leaving. Because we can all just take it. We can all go and take him straight and take him to Mom.
That works.
Also, Ken and Lorraine gave me a document to be sent to you, a letter and a map.
Oh, yeah, we got the map.
He said that place will be of interest as well.
Well, he knows all the weird, shadowy, spooky shit, so...
I don't trust him in the least.
You and me
either.
both.
My main question is, and she looks back at Dreyfus, how can a cannon appoint another to cannonship?
My question,
That I was wondering that when it happened, but it was kind of all happening real fast, and he got a promotion, so I wasn't really going to question it at the time.
Now here's the thing. There were rumors back home that there was a subsection of the Writ of Land that...
Are you speaking of the Writ of Shadows?
Yes.
We know he's part of
I
that.
didn't. But that specifically that their rank in the church was that they had no rank. They could be anything. They could literally leave one town as a prior and show up in the next town as a vicar. And for all intents and purposes, it would be true.
Watch yourself with him.
He could literally be anything. He could literally have anything that he wanted, as long as he said it. It's believed as if it's fact. And if it's done correctly, the church will back him up on it. The question is, does he know, and is he working against what's going on, or does he not know, or does he know and not care?
Oh, he knows. I'm almost sure he knows. Think about everything you found over on Oblette.
I'm fairly certain he knows. It's just, what does he intend to do?
He wants to manipulate it to his own way for some reason. Speaking of him, there was someone they had with them.
Make no mistake, he is currently manipulating us.
He's always going to be manipulating us.
The question is to what? The question is the end that he is seeking.
I'm not sure about that yet, but concerning him, there was something with his people when he found us that first time in that abandoned house.
It looked like him.
Are you speaking of his pet hobgoblin?
Yes.
Oh.
That thing should not have been there. He's been cursed by my gods to regenerate and never die. It usually takes at least 6 months for him to pop back up. He was killed maybe 2 months ago.
Not even.
In the damp wood. Not even 2 months. He should not be back yet.
Yeah, but to be fair, your god is not exactly known for consistency, just effect.
He also had that thing around his neck. That was new.
Seems like there's many new things happening.
Do you know anything about it, Prioress?
I know that he said that Jimothy was useful.
Oh, sure, he's plenty useful when you can get it to do what you want, which isn't very hard because he's a little worm.
But something tells after our last encounter with him, something tells me that Jimothy's life for the next little while is going to be the canary in the coal mine.
Might work out better for him than if I find him again.
So I need you to act fast. I'm willing to give you as much aid as I can. Unfortunately, it will not be monetary.
What's the difference with the green tree?
It's the original symbol from when I was young. The reason that it became golden is they said that the tree had grown to full fruition and was now releasing its golden fruit upon everyone.
That you're going back to its roots.
Yes.
I think that's a good start.
What's the over/under of you playing dumb enough to that if questioned, you can tell them that after the holy wind, it's a good idea to rehab the image in the area.
I've already started that. I have probably 6 months. Lorraine
Until you start
is
enacting actual change.
Lorraine is moving out the Riverland.
So
back
you
to
have
the
6
capital.
months, which means we have less.
I have 6 months until they realize what I'm doing is wrong and then they remobilize. So I have that much time to try to undo the damage. I've already spoken to Mr. Coate, who led the rebellion that was keeping a large section of their army occupied up north. We will not be able to hold out if the entire theocracy comes at us.
I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen.
What is your plan? Where are you going to go next? I heard you mention saving your father. Are you going to try to travel by land and by boat to Mont Dryas? That'll take the better part of a year. Or are you going to attempt something different?
Do you know a better way, Mulan?
Maybe, yeah. I may. It'll take a minute, but I can. I'll need to use my mirror and confer with Elaine, but I may be able to. I may be able to learn how to teleport us.
Do you mean a plane shift?
No, that I got. That I can do. Which is why the only thing we need to do is get to my father. Once we get to our father, I can plane shift us to the Shadowfell and take him to my mother.
Couldn't we go to the Shadowfell through the Shadowfell to get to your father?
That would be my suggestion.
Like, maybe find your mom along the way, too?
Yeah.
Like, teleportation would be cool, but if the way out can also be our way in...
Yeah. I'll have to. I'm gonna pull up my book.
Have you tried calling your mom again?
No, I've been avoiding it. He was her favorite. He made her laugh. Our mom loved us, all of us. She was not the type. She is of a lineage that it is not something that is shown very often. And he made her laugh. So I have been actively avoiding it by doing other things.
No, I would suggest if you have the ability to shift planes, to do that, because I assume your family's domicile, where you're originally from, has an easy connection back to yours in Mont Dryas.
It does.
If that is not the
Yeah.
means at which you wish to travel, I will try to find you as faster transportation as possible to get you to the south, because there are no rivers or anything by water to get you down to Gestalt, the capital of
Wait
the
a minute.
continent.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna pull up my journal. As I pull up my journal real quick. Sorta water, air, broken promises, earth, unseen, Utar, Kells, Dust Teton, Abyss, Jersey City, whatever that is, Mortwild, Valhalla, Dis, the Feywild, the Shadowfell. We're gonna use the gate. We're gonna use the gate in the manor to get there.
In the bag?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering
We
if
use the
that
gate.
might work.
Well, we use the gate to get to the Shadowfell. Once we're there, I mean, technically, we could go anywheres. We could go to this. We go to. I mean, we probably don't want to go to. I'm gonna look down and just kind of run my finger down the list. We probably don't want to go to Nope Spiders, or Regret, but this. I don't know what Bucky's. I don't know. There is an endless restaurant. There's also Broken Promises. I don't know. That sounds weird. So technically, we go anywheres. And then I could plane shift this. And I'll look at my sister. I can plane shift this right back home. I can plane shift us into my bedroom. I could plane shift this into the cellar, which is where they were holding him. And then immediately plane shift back and plane shift directly and we can plane shift directly to Gloomsvale. Does it sound like a plan?
Like
I'd
a
say
plan to
so.
me.
Me and Balfor are here for the ride.
Gestalt has officially adopted Belfort as his extra familiar.
I go and hug him.
Oh, my son, you feel different than I expected.
You start feeling
Yeah.
burning.
Oh, okay, that's enough.
Gestalt, remember what I said about eating
I
people?
wasn't trying to eat. I was hugging. I thought hugging was good. Is hugging good?
As long as you don't dissolve people.
It is, buddy, but you got to remember you eat people when you
True.
Look at Balfor. Sorry about that. He's still kind of learning the whole being a people thing.
It's okay. We all have to learn at some point.
Okay, Balfour, I would say at this point, since the hug didn't last too long, it's more like you did like one of those like really strong face astringents on multiple parts of your body where he touched.
What is soap?
Yes.
Where you got touched, you're just cleaner.
Oh God. You removed a level of his armor class of dirt.
Yeah, you notice his skin is weirdly a different color all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yay, we adopt somebody else.
So she looks at you. Is there anything else I can actually give you to help you on this journey, since you seem to have a manner to get there?
Hmm. I got 2 sending scrolls from Dreyfus. So we have at least some communication.
Look at Dreyfus. And I go, would you work with her to get word back to the people in New Blet and give them the out and let them know what's going on, what the future looks like?
I've already sent a message.
Okay.
Believe it was.
I wouldn't expect anyone to come, but
was to Tilly. Tilly, that was her name, right?
Tilly was the mayor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect to see any of them, but at least they know that things are changing.
Very well.
We'll keep in touch, and you let us know how things are going here.
I will.
Well,
Also, she holds up a letter. Do you know who a Gruhaka is?
girl, who?
I received a very, very angry letter written from a Gruhaka war chieftain of the Finn.
I'll read that.
As you read it, it is a series of threats if you do not stop encroaching upon sacred Finn territory, and that she will come down with all the Orca might that she can.
She sounds like a woman I would like.
Get it,
Well-
Mom.
What'd you say, Claire?
I said, get it, Mom.
Well, if they're pulling back the Holy Wind, that's hopefully not gonna be a problem.
Which, little break out of character. Claire, do you know where the word orc actually comes from?
No.
Romans called a creature an orc, and it lived in the ocean. It was dark of color, and it would attack boats and other large fish.
Huh.
So, the word orc and the word orca come from the same Latin root because they're describing the same creature. Which now I headcanon that Gruhaka can summon steed, and it is a celestial orca.
That is amazing.
Next time we play Lost Seas, I think I have to include that. Anyway, so your meeting finishes up with Justera. She gives you some food, some rations, because it's what she can spare, because she desperately wants to do something to help, but very much seems like this is out of her depth or what she is physically capable of now.
One more thing. If what you're about to do is about to go as south as you think it is, maybe having more friends would help. Not over to Arvax. Her family. The reason she's here is to try to better the relationship between technically the theocracy and her people. I think, they're orcs. I think they look good and green.
I will send a message out to the Grand Mire because I believe
Can
that's
you
where
im-
I believe that is where they were driven.
They were crossing the Grand Mire to get to where the old boats supposedly were. And go.
Can you,
Where
can
was
you
it they
imagine
were
if-
going to try and sail to?
I believe they were going to try to sell to back to Acres.
I don't know if they found the boats or if they're still in the mire. Or haven't heard from them, but
I've also sent a missive to the Codfall Diocese because they will be more than likely receptive. They have been known to never be the most devout.
Can you imagine the look on their face if they decide to come here for you, and there's effectively a fin of orcs wearing the green tree?
I'm gonna
Standing
pop
out
in
in
and
the
say
boat.
I don't know if they'll wear the tree, but if they're seeing that things are changing, if they're seeing that they aren't going to be used or seen as lesser, they might be
If
willing to help.
Maybe I'll ask them to make sure another god does not look our way.
That they can do. Actually, and I'm gonna reach in my pocket. I'm gonna pull out the list of swears that Orna gave me that are written in Orcish. I know it's not really appropriate what's written on it, but if you are able to meet with Hadga or Orna, show them this, and they'll know that you're telling the truth, that I know that this is real.
She looks at it. That is the most foul, vulgar thing I've ever heard for
Oh
someone
yeah, I
to
already
do.
memorized them, so.
her mom's awesome.
How do you even do that with a bosom?
Maybe they'll tell you.
If it's the one that I think of, what happens is for the first person, you need a third guy.
Yeah, Mular, no, not
Huh?
in front of the prioress, Mular.
Oh,
I have 2 children. I'm not a prude. It's just I've never actually seen someone put this many curse words into one sentence coherently.
Well, if you have that with you, and if they're questioning whether you're being true or not, if they see that, they'll know I gave it to you, and they'll know. I wouldn't give away something that Orna handed me without trusting the person.
Very well. And like I said earlier, she will give y'all some rations.
When we leave, is Dreyfus going with us, or is he staying at the temple?
Dreyfus escorts y'all to the Temple Mott's entrance. This is as far as I can go for now. I'm keep using that house. I don't want it. Honestly, I was hoping the kobold would burn it down.
Well, I kind of stopped that in case you wanted somewhere else to go.
No, I have a cell here.
I'll let him have fun before we leave, then. So, Vicar, huh?
No, I'm a canon. I'm just acting.
She seemed to want to call you a vicar. Look at you breaking ceilings.
Worst way to phrase that. She needs someone here that will fight for this, and
Well, I don't think there's anyone that's going to be better at helping her than you at this point.
no, I kind of have to fix what those people did.
At least you know it needs to be fixed.
And if anybody can do it and do it the right way,
It's you.
it's old David.
You know what it should be now.
Yes. Also, I have to round up the pirates I paid. They've continued attacking and looting things.
I mean, they are pirates.
It tracks.
Hey, just remember, all it takes is a document to turn a pirate into a privateer.
I'm kind of going that way because we're going to need a navy. Luckily, it seems the Writ of Sea is occupied in the Halfling Archipelago. If reports are correct. Anyway, be safe. If you need anything, contact me.
Be
Same.
careful. Keep us in the loop.
When you're going to use the bag to get there?
I guess.
Do you need me to hold on to it once y'all go through?
That might be a good idea.
That would be a really quick way back if we need it.
Because I don't
Yeah.
think you should give it to Greg.
No.
Oh, no.
We'll leave it in the house and you can go back and get it. Because
No.
we do need to go pick up the little monster before we go.
Be safe.
You too. This is
Just
going to be
remember-
just as dangerous for you as it is for us.
Dreyfus, just remember, you know what they did now.
I know.
Justera seems to have a plan to do it right and go back to the way it should be.
I knew I liked her.
And I know you, so I will put this in a phrase that I think you'll understand. Survive. And if you can't, take as many of the fuckers out with you as you can.
You do the same. Also,
Before we...
get
Good.
him, get him back.
He really likes you.
Get him back.
We will.
Will.
Before we fully walk away, I put my hand on Dreyfus' shoulder. I hope your God, your real God, keeps his eyes on you. And mine keep their eyes away.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
You better. Thank you. All of you.
You did it all. You did it with us.
You didn't really want to, but you did.
Yeah, there was an extensive period of time there I really legitimately did not have a choice.
Yeah. Well, you did. We tried telling you that, but you just were stubborn. Anyway.
It'll help him. Let's go.
So you make it
I
back.
Sure.
What's that, Chris?
I was just saying, I sure. Oh, fuck. What's your character's name? Is it down
More
there?
Balfor.
I usher Balfor. I was like, here, we've been staying here.
Oh,
You have like the best jelly grandson now, dude.
we'll work on those hugs.
When we get back to the house, I find Greg.
Elvorn's bedroom has been completely torched.
Greg, I'm gonna get down in front of him and I'm gonna put my hands on his little cobalt shoulders without completely destroying the house. Because we're going to leave the bag here. Until we leave, go do a crime.
He jumps out the window.
I did say without completely destroying the house because our bag's gonna be here.
Very quickly after you told him, go do a crime, you hear someone scream, "My purse!" outside.
We need to leave soon!
You did that. You did that.
Yeah, I did.
About a minute later, Greg comes crashing through a different window with 4 purses.
I kind of meant tear up the house, Greg.
That was not specific. I did crime.
Do the rest of the crime in the house.
I'm kind of crimed out.
That's fair, buddy.
He goes over to Tarl and hands you all of the purses, receipts.
Tarl just looks at him and shakes his head.
Receipts.
He's happy. I don't have regrets.
Tarl, if you count what's in the purses, it's about another 25 gold.
Alright.
Plus a bag full of gems, worth about 200.
So we're going through the creepy bag into the creepy plane.
We're going through the creepy bag into the creepy plane.
Yay! At least we know the bag will be safe.
This is true.
So, as we begin to wrap up tonight's session, because it's getting a little late, y'all enter into Dexathron's lab. What number do you put into the machine, Mularn?
It is 141.
As you hit it, you watch the booth's doors accordion open, and a deep, pungent smell, a smell of decay, a smell of old and dust immediately fills everyone's nose. Mularn and Mulaith, this is one of the most familiar smells you've ever had. You remember traveling to your family's estate in the Shadowfell more than once. You have traveled there and grown up there over the course of the last 100-some-odd years you've been alive. And before you is the door that's opened into darkness. What do you do?
You ready, guys?
As it'll ever be.
Go on, Barfell. Into the darkness.
Let's do it. We won't be here long this time. We'll be here, but we'll probably stay longer when we come back.
In we go.
Who enters in first?
I will.
Who goes in next?
I will.
I'll follow after them.
I'll push Barfell. Or Barfell. I keep...
Balfor?
No reaction from Balfor, just having to jump into a small bag.
No. He's old.
You'll
He's
have
seen some
fun.
shit.
He is
And then I gloop into the bag.
I like how Balfor is 100% down for this. Like, you just ran into like 8 levels of family drama. a civil war. Like, you're like, man, this is busy. All right, can anybody see the map I just moved everybody to?
Yes.
Yeet.
Yes.
Okay. So, I need, let's see, I need a dex save from everybody as you go through. Okay, so Balfor. Okay. Balfor. You and Mularn stumble and you feel like you take a fall. And at first you feel like it's going to be like you're falling into an endless abyss. But it's
I've
one of the,
got a 20.
I know. It feels like you're falling into an endless abyss. But very quickly you both realize it's like when you miss one step on the stairs, like there's that quick moment of fear that you're moving further down than you intended at this speed. And you land next to each other, unharmed, in a very tight stone area that is completely devoid of light. Even your dark vision is not showing anything because there's no light being generated whatsoever in this small space. Gestalt. The same thing happens. Except you're not wedged next to anybody. You're just in a dark stone enclosure. Tarl, you take 2 damage as you land face first. But you very quickly realize that you are in, because you're a dwarf, this is a basalt. And I guess also, Balfor know this. This is a basalt structure. Mulaith and Arvax, y'all land wedged and slightly tangled but unharmed in the same box, or a similar box with no light.
Huh. I get out of the box.
Give me a strength check.
Is there a hole?
No. There seems to be nothing as you feel around. You cannot feel any way out, like a seam or a hole.
Nothing that is...
Nothing that you could gloop through.
I am unable to gloop. So I'm just going to turn into a giant amorphous blob and clamor whatever it is. Strength check?
Give me a strength check.
Of course.
You cannot seem to dislodge yourself from this. Everybody else, if you're trying to get out, can give me a strength check.
What are we trying to get out of?
The box you seem to be in.
Ah, I see. It's the start of my game now.
Yes, welcome to Darwan. Waiting on him, but the baby just woke up very mad. Gestalt, this is my new home now. I'm just gonna form to the inside of this box.
I got a few hundred years I can live in here. Just go dormant, you know?
Let's see, Em, are you unable to roll right now? Claire, could you roll for her, since you have access to her sheet?
Yeah, let me pull it up right quick.
Oof. Okay, so with everybody's rolls, I'm going to say it takes y'all a while to finally dislodge the lids that you're trapped under. And it's noisy.
We're
Mulaith,
very good adventurers.
what languages do you know?
That's a good question. Let me double check. Actually, just Elven and Common.
Okay.
She is not a languagey person.
You see an inscription with your 21 perception or whatever it is. Because as you get out, there's a little bit of light in this room. The pillar in front of you has this odd script, but it seems slightly familiar, like you've seen that script before. You can see it, but you have no clue what it means.
If I pointed it out to someone else, would they be able to possibly read it?
You could point it out to Arvax.
She'll do that. Can you understand what that says?
You go to say something, Mulaith, and nothing comes out of your mouth.
Oh, yay.
Roll me a history check with advantage the second you start speaking, and you know you're talking, but there is no sound. Something at just the barely at the back of your memory. A story that you once heard as a child, Mulaith. If you try to say anything else, there's still no sound. You realize very quickly you're in the silent city of Nightthorn.
Oh.
I use my sending stone and ask them what the hell's going on.
Tarl, as you speak into the sending stone, there's no sound coming from your mouth. But you can see across the way that some of your friends have just exited out of a similar sarcophagus to you.
It's not the normal sending stone. It's a stone of limited telepathy.
Oh, you're using this. Oh, okay. It's the stone of limited telepathy. What's the range on it?
60 feet.
Okay, you'd have to get closer, but you could use it. Who do you send the message to with your telepathy stone?
We're supposed to be able to send it to everybody that's got one at the same time.
Oh, wait, this is the one that everybody has, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so everybody would hear that's within 60 feet what Tarl just said.
Go Gestalt.
I wouldn't hear it either.
Gestalt would.
What's that?
As we
Oblex, is
make
that you again? Command me.
as we make our way out of the box, I'm just gonna look around and go, huh, and not hear anything and go, huh.
And you just hear in the back of your head, oh, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
And with that, this is where we'll end tonight's session. That you have found yourselves in the crypts below the silent city of Nightthorn. Thank y'all for playing, everybody.
That was awesome.
Thank you for running.
Yes, very much so.
I'm going to be honest, now that y'all are in the Shadowfell, it's about to get wild. Anyway, my lovely wife is got the teething baby who just woke up. So we are Team Bonus Action on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, and we are bonus_team on Twitter. You can also find us at teambonusaction.com. We are still currently partnered with the Trevor Project. If anybody would like to make a donation, we greatly appreciate that. And here in the next, by the end of the month, we will probably have someone else that we're donating to. So if you can, please do. We will be back next Sunday with Darrell because there is no Redwell this week, right?
Right.
Okay. And maybe sometime this week we might stream 7 Days to Die because Knox bought it for me and now I have a new drug.
Yeah, and I also have an idea as well, so we'll see.
So we might have that coming up. So stay tuned and keep an eye out. And Knox, since you're actually here.
We appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. So until next time, folks, don't let your meatloaf.